And he's actually lived, I don't know, he isn't seen much, and I didn't really know that much about him until I realized, wow, he really did do a whole lot. A lot of times he wears a belt around his waist because of some damage that he did to himself, and we'll be discussing that today. Okay, well, I was a chorus boy for a number of years, you know, a Broadway baby, you know, that kind of stuff. And I wanted to be a dancer, and you don't dance when, or in the 50s and 60s in South St. Louis. And my father was so adamant. The high school, this is a funny story. The school I went to, which was called Cleveland High School, had a dance club. So I decided to join. I thought, great, I get to learn to dance. It was 50 girls and me. And they wouldn't let me join. And if I knew what I knew now, I would have, I would have filed a suit and made a big slap. But no, they wouldn't let me join. They were concerned. They were like, oh, how would the girls feel? And where's he gonna change? I said, I don't have to change with them. I can change in the men's room, you know. And so they wouldn't let me join. So I was like, I was very distressed. I didn't know what to do. I wanted to learn to dance. My grandmother lived in Afton at the time, and there was a two-story shopping plaza, and at the top of the shopping plaza where she lived, there was a oh god, what's it called? Oh, I'm not gonna remember the name. What was it? Donna Moore Dancing Studio. And I went in one day, and I went to her, and I said, I'd like to learn to dance. I don't have any money. Is there anything I can do around here in exchange for some classes? And I was in my freshman year at the time, now sophomore, not freshman year. And she said yes, so we worked it out, and she took me under her wing, and she taught me dance, and we danced together. We were dance partners in some of the shows that she was doing, and then I danced for show she was choreographing at the high school. I don't think I was ever really the best dancer. I had this like Mickey Rooney type energy, you know, and I looked very young back in those days, so I would have the hey kids, let's go to the beach, and those kind of small chorus roles. So after I graduated, that summer, I moved to New York, and this was 78, and right away I got a job in a traveling production of My Fair Lady. I got I got the Times Reviews, New York Times, and a couple of other ones. I think it wasn't until this show called Mary, which was this George and Cohen show. I think the song that's probably the most well-known is the one from the George Burns and Gracie Allen show, Just a Love Nest, Cozy and Warm. And, I really wouldn't recommend anything else off of that record. Anyway, so I started to notice the damage, and I noticed it in this way. I had a pain in my groin. I thought I had a hernia. So I went to the doctor. He said, no, you don't have a hernia. You have colon cancer. Right. And, there was test, and he's like, no, I was wrong. You don't have colon cancer. You have diverculitis, or, whatever he said. And I said, I think it's a hernia. And he said, no. So more tests, more, and he said, we can do exploratory surgery. I don't like the idea of that, especially with, someone that you don't like. So I said, let me check. So I went to another doctor. You know, about 3 months later, I went in. I finally went in. They put me under, and when they woke me up, when I finally woke up, the doctor said, "Well, you have a hernia." And I'm like, "You think?"